There is one supplement being called the most evidence-backed option for anyone over 50, and it's not a multivitamin, not fish oil, and not collagen. It's creatine. But before you dismiss it as something only bodybuilders use, you need to hear what the research actually says, because this could change how you age. Hi, I'm Dr. Christy Mauldin, your health detective, and on this channel I dig into the root causes behind why your body isn't working the way it should, and more importantly, what you can do about it. Today we're breaking down creatine after 50, what it really does for your muscles, your strength, and surprisingly, your brain. And if you want to check out the supplements I trust, I'll leave links in the description to my store. Now let's get into it. What is creatine? So what is creatine exactly? It's a compound your body naturally produces from amino acids. Most of it lives inside your skeletal muscle, where it helps regenerate something called ATP. That's the rapid energy source your muscles use every time you lift something heavy, climb stairs, or push yourself up out of a chair. You also get small amounts from meat and seafood. But here's the thing, as you get older, your body's ability to use that energy efficiently starts to decline. That's where supplementing with creatine comes in place. And the form you want is simple, creatine monohydrate. It has the most research behind it by far. You do not need to pay extra for fancy hydrochloride versions or proprietary blends. Plain creatine monohydrate is the gold standard, muscle and strength. Now let's talk about why this matters so much after 50. A 2025 systematic review looked at creatine combined with exercise training in older adults and found a significant improvement in strength, specifically 1 rep max strength, compared to people who didn't supplement. Another 2025 meta-analysis found that combining creatine with resistance training increased both muscle strength and lean tissue mass, with the most noticeable effects in programs that lasted around 32 weeks. But here's what I need you to understand. Creatine is not a magic pill. The research is very clear. The strongest results come from creatine plus progressive resistance training plus adequate protein. If you take creatine and sit on the couch, you're not going to see these benefits. Your muscles need the stimulus of exercise for creatine to do its job. Menopause connection. Now ladies, this section is especially for you. After menopause, the hormonal changes your body goes through can speed up the loss of muscle and strength. And a systematic review focused specifically on older women found that creatine was associated with greater improvements in strength, particularly when combined with resistance training programs lasting at least 24 weeks. Creatine cannot replace your hormones, and it cannot replace protein or exercise, but it may help your muscles respond more effectively to the strength training you're already doing. Think of it as giving your muscles a better chance to hold on to what they've got and maybe even build a little more. Lean body mass and sarcopenia. Here's something most people don't realize. You can lose muscle even when the number on the scale stays exactly the same. This is called sarcopenia, and it quietly affects your balance, your walking speed, your metabolism, your ability to recover from illness, and your risk of falls. Research reviews consistently show that creatine provides a modest but real increase in lean tissue when it's paired with resistance exercise. Now, some of the early change you might see on the scale is water stored inside your muscle cells, and that's actually a normal part of how creatine works. That intracellular water is not harmful swelling, and it's not fat gain. But I want to set your expectations. You're not going to gain 5 pounds of pure muscle overnight. Brain health. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Your brain is one of the most energy-hungry organs in your body. And just like your muscles, it relies on ATP. That's why researchers have started studying creatine for memory, processing speed, and even healthy brain aging. A 2023 meta-analysis found that creatine improves some measures of memory in healthy people, with potentially greater effects in adults between roughly 66 and 76 years old. A 2025 review looking specifically at cognition in aging found that the limited evidence does suggest possible cognitive benefits, but also made clear that we need larger, better designed trials before making big promises. So here's what I can tell you honestly. Creatine may support certain aspects of memory and cognitive performance, especially when the brain is under greater stress. But it has not been proven to prevent Alzheimer's or reverse dementia. Anyone who tells you otherwise is getting ahead of the science. What about your kidneys? This is the question I know you're asking. Does creatine damage the kidneys? A 2025 systematic review found no significant reduction in kidney filtration rate from creatine supplementation. Earlier reviews came to the same conclusion. At recommended doses, creatine did not cause kidney damage in healthy people. But there is a nuance here. Creatine can raise a blood marker called serum creatinine, which is a breakdown product of creatine metabolism. That can make your kidney function look worse on a lab report, even when your kidneys are actually fine. However, and this is important, if you have chronic kidney disease, abnormal kidney tests, or you're on medications that affect kidney function, you need to talk to your medical doctor before starting creatine. This video is not medical advice, and creatine is not automatically safe for everyone. Dosing. So how much should you take? The most evidence-based maintenance dose is 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate daily. That's it. You do not need a loading phase where you take 20 grams a day for a week. That approach saturates your muscles faster, but it's also more likely to cause stomach discomfort, and for most people over 50, there's just no need for it. My suggestion, start with 3 grams a day, especially if you tend to be sensitive to supplements. Mix it into water, a smoothie, yogurt, or a protein shake. The exact timing doesn't matter nearly as much as simply being consistent. You don't need to stress about some narrow window, just take it daily. Side effects. Most side effects are mild. A small temporary increase in body weight from water held in muscle, occasional stomach discomfort or bloating, and sometimes loose stool if you take too much at once. Dividing your dose or taking it with food usually helps. And despite what you may have heard, the idea that creatine routinely causes dehydration or muscle cramps is not strongly supported by controlled research. Who benefits most? Creatine may be especially helpful if you eat little or no meat, if you're losing muscle, if you're just starting a strength training program, if you've become physically weaker after a period of inactivity, or if you're postmenopausal. People who get very little creatine from their diet often start with lower muscle stores, which means they may have more room to benefit. So let me give you the honest bottom line. The strongest evidence says creatine helps improve strength when paired with resistance training, may modestly improve lean tissue, appears generally safe at standard doses, and creatine monohydrate is the best studied form. The brain benefits are promising but not yet proven, and the evidence for building bone density is still weak. This is not a miracle supplement, but combined with exercise and good nutrition, it is one of the most well-researched tools you have for protecting your strength, your independence, and possibly your mind as you age. If you're dealing with unexplained weakness, fatigue, neuropathy, or you just feel like your body isn't responding the way it used to, I want to help you get to the root cause. Click the link in the description to book a discovery call with my team. And if this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. I'll see you in the next one.